you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this?
Good news, good news, good news, people. Very, very good news. Atlus is free to revive classic Sega brands. You heard me. Atlus now has free roam and free range to revive any dormant IP of Sega. Wow. Do you people understand or know what this means right here? Let's take a look at the talent that Atlus has. So we can't be going around saying, oh, I want them to make, let's say, a Knights or a Virtual Cop or anything like that. We need to make something that is amongst their talent, that is along lines of what they're good at, what they're capable of. And I've made a list of about 6 games I would love to see Atlus revive. I'd love to see Atlus take a shake at, put their hand in, and give it back to us, because Sega has a billion IPs and they can never keep up with any of them. Tons of classics that are no longer with us for whatever reason whatsoever, but a bunch of games, 6 games I would want to see is, number 1, Eternal Champions. Had the game for Sega CD, and the game was a little sloppy in some respects, but very good game. And Atlus has their own Persona fighting game, so they are capable of making a fighting game. So Eternal Champions, that's right up their alley for a revival. Next up, Shining Force. Please, please give me a Shining Force. Shining Force 1 is amazing. Shining Force 2 is amazing. It is a crime against humanity that Shining Force 3 Episode 2 and 3 never made it to America. A crime, an absolute travesty. Next up, I would love to see Atlus work on a Phantasy Star game. Not Phantasy Star Online. As much as I love Phantasy Star Online, and Sega, you really need to get part 2 over stateside, I want a traditional Phantasy Star game. That is what I want to see. That's what I've been waiting for since about Phantasy Star 4. Yeah, part 4. Get on it, people. Let's go. Get the ball rolling. I would also love to see one of my favorite RPGs of all time, Skies of Arcadia. A Skies of Arcadia would be amazing. The airships, the battles, the floating islands, the exploration, the characters. There is nothing about that game except for the high rate of random counters that I do not love. Love that game, absolutely. Valkyrie Chronicles. Another amazing game, another unique game that Sega made, and unfortunately the PlayStation 3 was garbage and selling like trash, and games were selling like trash at that time, so those of you who say sales don't matter, well, Valkyrie Chronicles is proof that they do, and I would love to see Atlus revive that franchise as well. But the number 1 franchise I would love to see Atlus revive, none other than Shenmue. If Atlus were to get involved and make a Shenmue, oh my god, wow. Just goes to show you what kind of talent and faith that Atlus has, that Sega has in Atlus. Unfortunately, Nintendo didn't hold Atlus in the same regard, because otherwise Atlus could be working on another Golden Sun. They could be working on a Fire Emblem, which they kind of already are, but they could also be working on an Earthbound. Tons of games they could be working on. We could have had an Atlus and Monolith game, a crossover, them delving both of their development teams into one super game. Kind of like we did when we had Chrono Trigger, when Chrono Trigger basically had the dream team of JRPG developers at that time.